Mutual shifted, and they basically allowed me to explain the process that they use to shift. So let's talk about it so you can grow in your own journey as well. Obviously, it's good to look at other people's experiences and try to grow off of what they have been doing too. Grow off of it, not copy and paste. Remember, copy and pasting is not going to help you in your journey, but growing off of other people's research and experiences is really good. So let's get into it. My mutual is really into the law of assumption. So when they explained this to me, they also explained this basically formula that they think that is very useful for people to intentionally shift, and they believe that shifting is something that you have to constantly try for, and sometimes it's a little bit like you don't get it off the bat because it's sometimes harder for some people to conceptualize these ideas that they have. And so basically they say that as long as you keep trying, you're gonna get it at some point. And I'm a big believer that as long as you keep trying to shift, you will end up shifting. So they said that to cause an intentional shift, you need to have a set DR. Well, not a set DR. Like, you don't necessarily need a place where you really want to go, but your subconscious is always gonna have a place where they want to go. All you need is you, your DR, and the law of assumption and your perception. And your perception is always going to be something that's a little iffy because perception is really based off what you believe you're sensing in all your five senses. Obviously, your senses are very big liars. Your senses are never going to tell you the 100% truth. So when you're going to shift, you can think about that. You can think about, perception is never going to be true. And basically, my mutual goes on to say that since you could use you yourself, your perception, and the law of assumption, because you're assuming that you feel a certain way, and you start using your imagination and your five senses to think of all you're feeling, and then you can intentionally force yourself to shift because you're starting to assume that you're like in your DR, and that you're starting to feel like you are in your DR, and then all of a sudden you snap into your DR, which makes so much sense to why so many people have shifted to the five senses method. So this is basically what my mutual explained. I hope this little conceptualization of shifting helps somebody, and I'm gonna also tell you who my mutual is, because